Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing extremely well. So today in this video we are going to solve a problem on the Geeks for Geeks platform. So this is the problem of the day on Geeks for Geeks. The problem is reverse first k elements of Q. So they have rated this problem as easy one. So according to me, if you understand the flow of Q, if you're having a proper understanding regarding the Q data structure, then obviously it should be based in easy one. So what we'll be doing is, first of all, we'll be understanding the problem statement, then the logic part, and then we'll be coding it up. So before proceeding further, I would request you all to subscribe my channel. If you haven't subscribed till now, also make sure to join the Telegram community as well. The link for the Telegram channel is given in the description itself. So here comes our question that given an integer k and a queue of integers, we need to reverse the order of the first k elements of the queue, leaving the other elements in the same relative order. Only following standard operations are allowed on queue. First one is enqueue, where you can add an item x to rear of queue, dequeue, remove an item from front of queue, size, which is going to return number of elements in queue, and front, that finds front item. So here they have provided the example as well. You can see these. This is the size of the queue, the k value, and the number of elements in the queue: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So three elements you have to reverse. So what we are getting in the output? So these three elements, the first k elements you have to reverse now. So if these three elements you're going to reverse, you will be getting 3, 2, 1, and the remaining elements should hold their relative order. So that's what is happening: 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. Right, here you can see the explanation as well, that after reversing the given input from the third position, the resultant output will be 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. In example 2 as well, they have mentioned 4, 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1 has been given to us, and like the first four elements is going to be reversed, so that's why we are getting 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 as the output. In the explanation as well, they have specified the same thing. So what our task is, we have to complete the provided function modify q that takes q and k as parameters and returns the modified q. The printing is done automatically by the driver code, so we don't have to worry about it. The expected time complexity is big of n and the auxiliary space is big of n. So we can use any extra data structure as well to solve our problem. Okay, so before directly jumping to the logic part, I would you all to come up with a thought process. Like, let's think about it. What data structure we can use for solving this particular problem? Let's think. Can we use a stack here? Just think about it. Pause the video, think about it. Does stack is going to help us in solving that particular problem? Well, of course, we'll be using stack data structure here. Even they have provided in the question that we can use auxiliary space, right? We can use a data structure. So we'll be using stack here. Let's understand how stack is going to solve our problem. So let's say this is the test case given to us, right? The number of elements in the queue is 5, q are 5, and this is the k value. So we have to reverse first k element, or like first three elements. So what we're going to do is, we'll be taking a stack, right? And we're going to push first k elements, that is first three elements, into this stack. So let's push 1. Also, when pushing these elements to stack, we'll be removing it from the queue. So let's say this is there in our queue, we are going to remove them. Remove 1, push it, push 2, remove it, push 3, remove it. So now what are the elements in our queue? 4 as well as 5. 4, 5 we do have. And these are the elements present in our stack. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to remove, or I should say pop out these elements from the stack, and we are going to add them to our queue. So first we'll be removing this 3, then 2, then 1. If you have seen the output for this particular test case, so the output was 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. So now what we are getting in our queue is, this is how we are getting our queue: 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. So what we actually want is this one. So next what we have to do is, we'll be simply taking a loop. What will be the condition? We'll be maintaining a condition like take a loop, like we can take a variable, let's say temp, to which what is the size of our queue? 5. 5 minus k value is 3, 2. So we have to run this loop 2 times. For this particular test case, we are going to run this loop 2 times, and what we are going to do is, we are going to add the element that is present in the front of the q. As of now, that is 4. Add it to the back of the q and remove it. Now we have 5. Add it to the back of the q and remove it. So 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. So this is now our updated q is, and that's what our output is. That's what we are actually looking for, right? So you can see the logic is pretty much clear as well as easy. So hope you must have understood it. Let's discuss in the code part to get a further understanding. So here you can see what we have done is we have taken a stack, right? And you know that later on we need this value of k. So that's why I have stored this in a temporary variable, named it as shift, and right, this one is extra. Okay. Now what we are doing is we are simply taking a while loop while k value is greater than that of 0. So we are going to put what? The first k elements into the stack, and as well as we have to remove them from the q2. So that's what we are doing here, that st dot push the element at the peak and later on remove that particular element, and also we are reducing the value of k. So by this loop we are simply putting first k elements into the stack. Next what we were doing is we were removing these k elements from our stack and we were putting them to the queue. So that's what we are doing in this while loop. While the stack is not empty, q dot add st dot peak and remove that particular element from the stack. Now in this temp variable I'm simply storing q dot size minus the shift value. Shift is nothing but that is holding the value of k, right? And simply here we are having a while loop while temp value is greater than that of 0. Add the element that is present at the peak or front of the queue, right, and remove it from the front part. So we are doing q dot remove and we are reducing the value of temp. At the last we are simply returning q, right? So I hope that you must have understood the code part as well. So this is it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, keep coding. Do let me know in the comment section if you have followed any other approach or anything that you want to discuss. So for this particular code that we have just discussed, what is the time complexity? Time complexity is, of course, we are following the same, the linear one. And the space complexity, like we have used this extra space as the stack, so obviously that is big of in itself. So this is it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye bye. Don't forget to share and subscribe our channel.